is Negan from The Walking Dead. And I know you guys aren't big fans of that, but he was pure evil, like when I first watched that show. But then when you come to find out, what they did a good job of, and so did like Lost, was showing the other side of the story, where most of these characters, you don't ever see that other side. But in Lost, they landed on an island and there were people already living there. Those people became the villains. But in fact, you see it many years later, the side of the people living there were all in like, I don't know, almost condos, it looked like, and living and reading. They're like having book club. Now, when we saw them when they first came out, they were all in barefoot, fake beards and everything like that, acting like they're natives. But in fact, they're just afraid of losing what they already have. So they're protecting what they have. And the same with Negan in Walking Dead. He had his group, and they needed to fight for survival, as did the group that we followed. But we were on their side because that's the point of view we were always seeing. So these two shows did a really good job of showing the other side of it and why maybe people thought that way. It's even like the book Beowulf. There was the side of Grendel. They actually have the book. They wrote Grendel's point of view. Now, I know I'm getting deep in the weeds here, but there is the other side of it, the villain side. And it does make you think. Now, there's some obvious ones here. A good one is Frankenstein's monster. Not Frankenstein, because Frankenstein's the doctor. I mean, I think most of us know that. But you have a creature here, a human, made. He was made by a doctor. Everything that he had to use was 3 times the size. So right off the bat, you have a giant, which is already going to scare people. Now you're waking this creature up, and he doesn't even know what he is. What exactly do you think is going to happen here? Is he evil? He doesn't know what he is. He just knows that was nothing, and now he's walking around and he's about 8 feet tall. Definitely a misunderstood character. Another good one is Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th. Now, let's face it, after number 8, number 9, number 10, maybe he could have cooled off a little bit. But the fact was, is he was tortured. He was treated very badly as a boy. He was ignored and he drowned in the lake. And because these beautiful women and men were having sex, they didn't have time to watch him and help him, and he died, and he has revenge on him. Now, is that the best way of doing things? Probably not, but you can understand why he was a little pissed off. Another obvious one, of course, is Darth Vader. Now, before Darth Vader became the machine that he is, he already turned into Darth Vader. Anakin Skywalker was Darth Vader before he became a robot. But I don't think it helped that he had all of his limbs cut off and burned off, and then they made him into a robot. I don't think that helped the situation. I'm sure he wasn't thinking as clearly. But I always think he's misunderstood. Of course, he does have, I wouldn't call it a happy ending, but a revelation, of course. Another one is, of course, we've talked about her several times on the show, is the Wicked Witch of the West. She grew up not evil, grew up green, okay, and was treated very